What's good, Team Grips? Evan here for Grips.com, and this week we're going to talk about the importance of following through. We're going to talk about how execution is worshipped, while talk, on the other hand, is real cheap. It's time to identify what's holding you back. This video, it might be a long one, but I promise it'll be worth the watch. So, first, check-in. It's time to assess our progress in the month of January. So, number one, who went out there and bought a journal? I personally bought 3. I got one to document my dreams at night, and I also spend time trying to write down what I think the lessons are from those dreams. I got this one, which I showed you guys before, which I use to set my goals for the month, plan out my month on a calendar, and also document what happened during the day. And finally, I got the one that I am most excited about, which is written by my favorite guy, E.T., and is going to help me with my 24-week transformation starting next Monday. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, who has been pausing to think about what's good? I strive to make this the first thing I do in the morning every day when I wake up. Number three, who attempted to master the mental game by setting a 2-week goal? Do you think you're ready for a 30-dayer now? And for those people who did set a goal, who made an action plan, who actually followed through with it, and who's going to take time over the next couple of days to evaluate their success with said goals? I set monthly ones at the beginning of January. Let's go ahead and see how I did. So, 2015 goals win the main event. Yeah, that's still the game plan. Always will be. So, January goals are right here. Getting things done. Yeah, we're on top of that. Meditate at least 40 minutes every day. Did it. Stay sober and get smarter. Did it. Phone every important person at least once. The last one is my sister, and that's going to be happening tonight. Plan and initiate the enlightenment and expansion of Team Grips. I think we're on track with that. Play poker like a boss, in it to win it. It's my year. I put an X there because I don't think I played like a boss, but I made a note. Embrace the transformation process, become the butterfly and soar, because I need to go through changes with my game, which means, you know, there's going to be some rough patches. There's going to be some learning points that I have to get through, and some sticking points. So I dropped the expectation on myself and had a revelation. Next, design your poker practice for the next 3 months. I haven't done that yet, but I got a couple more days. And then map out path for spiritual growth, including physical, career, financial, and spiritual. Yeah, I've put all the resources in place to make those possible. So far we're 5 for 7 with a couple more days left. I feel confident. Number 4, who asked themselves what is the value in having this thought and started cutting out the bad ones? I can't say I was on top of this. I wasn't actively thinking about it, but it is kind of a habit of mine. And after a couple of years of this practice, I can say that my thoughts are about 90% positive, or at least I try to find a productive aspect in them, the lesson in the negative thoughts. And finally, number 5, who has picked a practice to commit to for the month of February? Be it a physical practice, a poker practice, or both. I'm starting with Strength Camp on Monday. I had my assessment today, and we'll be sprinkling in the other ones I mentioned as my energy supplies allow. I don't want to try to do too much and wear myself out right out the gate. So, yeah, I'm on top of it. Hope you are too. The revelation of the week is synergy between the right people leads to exponential growth and output. I repeat, synergy between the right people leads to exponential growth and output. When I got back from my trip, I did an interview with Felix from PokerStars, and it just felt so good to interact with someone who's on the same path as I am, someone who's got a similar vision and has similar values. It wasn't a struggle to interact with him and engage with him, and that's how you know you're talking to the right kind of people. Oh, and tune in to twitch.tv/grips for plenty more synergistic shows over the upcoming weeks and months, where I'll be having on guests, which will be both professionals and up-and-coming gripsters. So there's going to be a lot of good content going on there. It's a hashtag game changer. I've also been fortunate enough to be around people this month who helped me reach my goals and kept me motivated. And I hope that over the upcoming weeks and months that Team Grip's training camp can give you that too. That's our home game on Twitch. And if you go to twitch.tv, you will get all the info on it. I was also lucky enough to do a breathe this month, and God, I love breathes. Even though they can be extremely painful and challenging, I cleared out my system. Bad thoughts, bad feelings, bad food, you name it. So much of that stuff, it just got dropped. It got breathed and processed out. Because every once in a while, you just need a good old-fashioned purge to be able to move forward. If you want to know more about what I'm referring to when I say breathes, Google holotropic breathing, but do not try it at home. Like, seriously, it's dangerous stuff, and if you try to do it, stuff is going to come up and you're going to have some uncomfortable moments. So, like, you cannot do this stuff without an experienced guide there. Like, I'm not fucking around. Do not try this at home. You can Google it, you can read it, you can watch videos, but do not try it without a professional around. Breathwork, exercise, yoga, martial arts, all these practices involving movement can help you achieve the same benefits. So don't feel like you have to take the route that I did. Find a path that works for you and that you enjoy walking. So, again, did you pick that discipline that you want to pursue? I definitely did. Because to make room for the new version of me that I want to be, I needed to let go of some old things to create room for those new elements and new habits. If you're doing all the same stuff all the time, you don't have time to incorporate new things. That's when people say, oh, I'm too busy to start doing it. I'm too busy. Drop something. Drop something so you have room for something new. And I realized that I've got to kick the Sunday habit. That's one of the big changes I have to make. And start looking at poker the right way again. Not as the quick fix, get a big score mindset that it's easy to fall into when playing MTTs exclusively, and especially when playing very infrequently, because you want to get that result for that time you put in. When I was getting my results last year, it's because I was playing consistently and spending lots of time around the game. These days, I spend most of my time making calls or in business meetings, and my head is not so much in the poker game. So I can't just show up and register all the Sunday majors and expect to win like I did before, given that my mind isn't calibrated for multi-tabling. Before, it was very conditioned to be able to perform on the big day. Now it's somewhat distant from that, so unless I, recondition myself, then what I was doing before just isn't a play anymore. I need to be honest with myself that I'm in a different stage in my evolution right now, which requires adjustments and different tactics. But this version of myself has much greater potential than the previous one did. So I just need to learn to work within it, and greatness is upon me. My goal, as you know, is to win the main event. And I thought that practicing winning the Sunday Million was the closest thing. Ironic thing is, the guy who did win the main event in 2012 went without cashing the Sunday Million for something like 26 weeks in a row. And I realized also that online poker and live poker are very different, and that wearing myself out with these marathon sessions, because I am almost 30 after all, is not the next step to preparing for the main event. I've already done that. I've already done the marathon sessions, and I got my wins in the Sunday majors. I accomplished that. So the next step is bringing together the bright minds that have what it takes to take down this title and spending as much time with them as possible. So that's what I'm focusing on. What's my priority? My priority is creating world champions. I want to win the main event, but just in case I can't beat the odds, I will be more than happy to see a teammate ship the beast for $8 million. So let's up the odds by giving you guys the tools that you need to be world champions if the cards cooperate. I gotta tell you guys, being on the rail front row center of the 2012 World Series of Poker main event final table was by far the coolest experience I have ever had in my life. It's not even close. So if I can get back there, it'll be almost as hype as it would be if I'm on the felt. So hashtag 2 stacking the odds in our favor. You know that's been the Grip's philosophy since day one. Now, I'm still in the YouTube space, obviously, and I'm expanding to the Twitch space, and there are a lot of people who, ask me things. I get the questions from the masses. Why aren't you making cash game videos anymore, Grips? Why aren't you streaming every day? We want to watch you. Because the fact is I've done that, And it's not what you guys need from me right now. It may have been what you guys needed from me before, but you don't need that from me right now, and it's not what I need from me either. I've evolved past that. So the people who will unsubscribe from this channel because I'm not entertaining them anymore, adios amigos. I'm in the business of building champions. I've already done it once before with Greg Merson, and those of you who want to become champions will stick around. And you are the people that I want to have on my team. So, you know, if you think you could make entertaining or educational cash or tournament videos, I would love to give you an audition and provide you with the how-tos for recording top-shelf quality videos. I'll show you how to use Camtasia. I'll tell you which microphone to buy, which webcam to buy. All these things so that you can make that top-quality stuff. Just remember, before you go firing off emails to me, that the key ingredient at grips.com is passion. If there isn't energy and excitement in your voice, then you don't want to be a video producer for Team Grips. At least not yet. As for the haters and complainers, I just silence those empty voices that try to get at me. That are basically saying, you know, please entertain me, but please don't try to enhance me. You know, I just don't need to hear that crap because the only voice I need to listen to is the one right here. So, let's talk business. Poker practice can be a transformative practice when it's approached properly. As a process of self-improvement, accepting and acknowledging mistakes and taking the time to learn how to not make those same mistakes again. Poker is not a transformative practice when you look at it as a quick thrill, an excitement of winning or losing a little money, just trying to feel alive a little bit. That's kiddie shit. And kiddies don't win titles. Men do. Now, if you need help growing up, then grow with me. I am going through the exact same process you are. And I'm always going to share my methods and my material so that you can save time on research and instead focus your time on personal development. I'm not in the business of holding things back and trying to exploit my followers and milk them for the maximum. I'm in the business of giving you what you want because if you get the results that you want, that means I'm getting the results I want. It's very fucking simple. So, if you want more liability, if you want to step up, well, recognize that as the Grip site gets bigger and better, which it's happening very fast, I'm going to need help to keep up with this, so please get at me. Do you know how to moderate a forum? Do you know how to moderate a chat room? Are you good with Photoshop? Can you make thumbnails? Are you good with audio enhancement? Good with video editing? Can you make an intro? Can you make an outro? Can you make a dope dubstep song? Are you good with something I'm going to need that I haven't thought of yet? Let me know. Like I've always said, everyone has a best strength, and to get the maximum out of everyone and everything, you want to focus on our best strength. What will take the expert like 10 minutes to do will take an amateur, aka me, 10 hours to do. So let's get efficient so that we can continue to have the best content and I can spend my hours most efficiently on getting the information you need to keep you ahead of the curve and to keep you motivated. If you want to help me out, just email evan@grips.com, you know, let me know what your talent is, in what capacity you would like to help, and I will be happy to have you on board. But please don't feel obligated. This is simply an open offer. You don't owe me anything, so only get at me if it's because your heart is really in it, okay? I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you guys into trying to help me. I'm just putting an open offer out there. And if you want to take your game more seriously, but you aren't sure where to start, make sure you're on the grips.com mailing list because soon, very soon, I'm going to send out a step-by-step process that you can go through to start building that bankroll and building it the right way and stop going busto on the regular. That outline and program is my main focus for now, and as soon as it's ready, it's going to be coming to your guys' inboxes. All right. Bringing it back to the key revelation, synergy, which is why I talked about the importance of having a great teacher in whatever discipline you choose to practice. You want to get that synergy off someone who knows what they're doing. Once you start really giving your all in an activity, you will attract other people who are doing the same. It may not happen right away, but it will happen faster than you expect if you are actually giving it your best shot and not just, going through the motions because you're trying to attract a mentor. The universe can sense that. Other people can sense that. If you're just trying to do it because you think that's what you're supposed to do, people aren't going to come on board. If you're doing it because you really want to and you're really trying your best, that's when you are going to attract the people that you need. So, do that if you want that. But also recognize that if you're doing what I said, just doing it because you think that's what you're supposed to do, you're trying to kind of play the part, or if you're just giving your all to being lazy or acting disempowered and just complaining all the time, then those are the groups that you're going to find yourself in. Surrounded by a bunch of people who think that they can't achieve anything, and they are wrong. Okay, honestly ask yourself, what kind of group do you want to be surrounded by? For some people, it is a commiserating group, and you know what? If that's where you're at in your life, that's okay. Be with that stage. Go through that process. Don't feel you need to rush out of it, because you need to get a lesson from it before you move on. But please, don't try to bring us down to that environment, because I've been there. A lot of us have been there. And Team Grips is riding the upward spiral, and we don't have the slightest bit of interest in turning around. By all means, if you're there, work through it, and then come to us when you're past it. If what you want is what we've got going on here, then just commit to the actions I prescribe. It's very simple. Okay. In case you missed it, Sunday, Charlie did his first ever live stream, passing the torch to the guy who knows how to handle it. He cashed for over $7,000, including a 5th place finish in a 2-day event. He final table bubbled the 162 Sunday 6 max and pulled off a monster 11-hour stream. Charlie is an example of the kind of person who has come into my orbit because I've been obsessed with success for the past 3 years. I don't know if you saw this poster, but when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. That's the motto I've been living my life by since December 2012 when I first discovered Eric Thomas's motivational and inspirational videos. On that stream, there were also some epic shenanigans, including a literal robbery. You can watch the video on the Grips YouTube channel. I posted it as like PokerStars robbery caught on stream or something. But despite getting scammed for $1,000 mid-session and having to spend 30 minutes on the phone with support, whilst 12 tabling, including a final table and some big buy-in events, Charlie didn't tilt one bit. He got shit done. So boss Charlie, very fucking boss. A truly flawless display of the level of emotional control we should all strive for when playing poker. Unfortunately, I had to take the broadcast down because too much personal information was shown. That's why the robbery happened. But make sure you're following twitch.tv/Grips so that you can be updated when he's going to be going on again. So, you know what's happening. You know what I'm doing. I showed you guys what's happening. So this month, please, if you want to be fully involved with Team Grips, commit to that discipline that you chose last week, whatever it is. And by the end of the month, I'm sure you'll find yourself surrounded by a strong, uplifting team that helps keep you on the path to where you want to be going. And if you didn't pick a physical discipline and you just want to follow the discipline of poker and do it correctly, then truly commit to it. Get yourself that journal, or start a blog, or start a challenge thread on one of the forums, Grips forum, coming soon, and really take the time to look back at your play. Please, 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 don't just be a button clicker looking for sympathy when you lose an all-in pot. Oh, and guys, there is a bonus stream tomorrow, that's Thursday, from someone who did just that, just what I talked about, and committed to success. I'll be doing a hand history review of Big Timer's $14,000 win in the Big 11. Shoutouts to Team Grips India Division. So if you want to ask him or me any questions about that run, any of the hands, or any of the habits that he's been cultivating to be on perma success mode in 2015, you definitely don't want to miss that. It's going to be kicking off at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Central European Time at twitch.tv/Gripst. And yeah, this has been Evan for Gripst.com saying 2015, it's my year. And in late honor of Martin Luther King Day, let's add one more mantra to our daily vocabulary. I have a dream. Till next time, happy stacking.
Mama said knock you out and rock the bells. Puffin' chronic, growing up in juvenile hell. It's the science of a man, who can I trust? Visions of Gandhi, all we got is us. Forgive my sins, my back's up against the wall. I whirlwind through cities and learn to take a fall. Silent weapons used for quiet wars. Dressed to kill with a pair of liquid swords. I've become a true master, half man, half amazing. Back the fuck up, it's the mad face invasion. Build your skills, learn the code of the streets are real, all reality is 6 feet deep. It's survival of the fittest, from the cradle to the grave. The temperature's rising, so I drink away the pain. The basic instructions before leaving Earth, I resurrected real hip-hop with this verse. I wanna take this time out to pay homage to those who came before me, and I promise to keep the nonsense free from my concepts and stay honest. Check it out. I wanna take this time out to pay homage to those who came before me, and I promise to keep the nonsense free from my concepts and stay honest. Yo, all eyes on us, the lost generation. The world goes round, electric relaxation. Can it be that it was all so simple? Used to love rocking over that cream instrumental. Another wasted night with nothing to do. I thought the taste life meant a blunt and a brew. Got slapped by reality, confronted by truth. Realized I was the way I was because of my youth. And as for hip-hop, I only fuck with a few. Old school shit like Gangstar and J. Rue. Organized confusion, Common, Afu, KRS, Artifacts, Roots, just to name a few. All had an influence on the MC I became. Violent by design, it's just one of those days my pops tried to explain. Pleasure and pain, I knew from this point forward I would never be the same. I wanna take this time out to pay homage to those who came before me, and I promise to keep the nonsense free from my concepts and stay honest. Check it out. I wanna take this time out to pay homage to those who came before me, and I promise to keep the nonsense free from my concepts and stay honest. Yo, between a rock and a hard place, I'm still at it. It was written from the wrong side of the track. I'm still matic, and I'm hoping one day it'll all make sense. Can I borrow $1? Nope, here's 50 cents. Everything remains raw, do it to death. Woo-ha! We got you all in check, I'm focused daily, and I never lose touch, the choice is yours. It's not right if it's not rough. Bring the pain, I get my thing in action. Fear not of man, got the heart of an assassin. There's no escaping this, the revenge of the prophet. Stakes is high, things fall apart, you can't stop it. Apocalypse now, and I'm ready to die. Trading war stories as I journey through the dark side. On a world tour with the mic in my hand. Life goes on, only God can judge this man. I wanna take this time out to pay homage to those who came before me, and I promise to keep the nonsense free from my concepts and stay honest. Check it out. I wanna take this time out to pay homage to those who came before me, and I promise to keep the nonsense free from my concepts and stay honest.